Welcome back, folks, about my green water problem. This is part 2. The situation I was in after everything I'd tried, different things in my filter, different chemicals I'd bought, 4 or 5 UV bulbs I'd changed. Now my UV light was on, and as far as I was aware it was working, and somebody said to me, change your UV. Well, as you know, UVs ain't cheap. So after trying everything else, I thought, what else can I do? I think it was about 135 quid. I bought one off Amazon, had to send that back. They sent 4 fittings, identical, huge fittings. There's no good to me, and you can't contact nobody on Amazon. So I bought one off eBay, and I contacted eBay before I bought it, asking if it would fit 32mm piping, and they guaranteed me it would. So that's what I bought. So that's where I'll start the video, folks. Well then, folks, I just want to show you something on the front of the box. Nobody can read that there. It's 35% more UV, and I think that's backwards on the phone, so sorry about that, guys, but it does say on the box up to 35% better. Again, more fittings, and this time I actually emailed the company. So you've got your three different sizes, which is a hell of a lot better. And that, guys, like the last one, looks a really good piece of kit. So I'm going to go out to my filter house now and fit it up, and I'll catch you in a bit. Well, folks, I have made it back to the filter house. Another company, what on earth's going on with these people? You message them, you ask them, and they still can't get their act together. That's more piping, too small, and the other one too sodding big. Absolutely pathetic. 6 weeks of green water. This is the second UV, and the second UV that's got to go back. Sorry guys, looks like another week of green water. Well, folks, welcome back. Still having problems with not just green water, but UVs. Right, you see me unbox this. It was yesterday I unboxed it. Messaged the company. I did message them, asking them if it would fit 32mm piping, and they guaranteed me it would. It didn't. Anyhow, this fitting here was in the box. There's 2 of them. So I've had to take that fitting to an aquatic centre and spend even more money, folks. Now I've had to buy that adapter, to screw into there, and then that adapter to fit into there. What an absolute ball ache, and what a money pit. These are the downsides of having a koi pond. So if you're thinking of building a koi pond, it don't really need to be expensive, but time after time you have to keep buying these things and spending money and money and money. Anyway, I want to take this over to my filter house. I'll take it over there with me. I ain't going to show you to install it because you've seen it 1,000 times, and I'll get it all rigged up and see what happens. Right, folks, I'm back again, and to be honest with you, changing the UV ain't as easy as what you think. Now what I'm going to have to do now, folks, is if I can just get my pipe here, that I might as well flush it down. I cleaned it yesterday, might as well flush it out again. That's got to go into there. Switch the pump off, switch the UV off. I'm going to swirl that through, I think, and empty it, and then dismantle that there. So I've had to turn the pump off, obviously because of the water flow. So I'll crack on with it, guys, and I'll get back to you. Well, folks, just another quick look. This has been about 6 weeks. We're coming towards the end of May. by the time you get this video it'll probably be at the end of July, but the water's still green. Right, round to my filter house. That's the one that, oh sorry, that's the one that's coming off. I can't understand it really because the light is on. As you know, I've changed the bulb 4 times now. There's another one in the box just behind me. If you can see that, folks, there, that's another one, another bulb, that's number 5. Changed the bulb 4 times, the bulb is lit up, the water's as green as anything. I've tried everything I can, and I've had my pool for years, as you know. And this is the next step to trying to beat the algae. So I'm going to set this up now, folks, and then I'll get back to you, and I've got to hang it up there. So I've got to turn all my electrics off to wire it up. So I'll catch you in a bit. Well, folks, I've just noticed a problem that I didn't realise. That fitting, I thought that was actually fixed into that, glued into that. I'm just going to connect it up to my filter, and that just fell out. So I've got to glue it in. So be careful, folks, if you have one, because if you rig that up, that's just going to blow straight off, and you'll be in a right old mess. Catch you in a bit. Well, guys, you probably realise by now I'm getting proper stressed out. This UV system that I bought, what a ball ache, folks. All it needed was 2 different sets of them, 2 different diameters. Put your hose pipe on, jobs are good. I've had to go out, I've had to buy more parts, put them together. Do you think them would seal, folks? No way in this world. I've used half a roll of that on one fitting just to try and stop it, and I've also had to add one of them. Luckily I've got a kit of these seals lying about, one I used to mess about with bikes and cars years ago. So I'll put that ring on as well, and like I say, half a roll of that. I'm just going to flick it around now. So I've done the one. I'll flick it around, folks, and I'll show you. You can just see the PTFE tape in there, and I've had to put the rubber seal that had to go on the bottom there. I'll just put that on just as a precaution. But what a nightmare, folks. As you can see, I've got no room. I've got all flexi holes on mine, so I've got no room really to mess about. I'm having to put a piece of wood on top of my filter, climb on top of that using a ladder to get over to that fitting over there. Now I've actually sealed that one there now, folks, so now I'm going to have to take that apart and seal that one. And the other thing about this UV, sorry folks, this UV, look at that there, that's your viewing window to see if your bulb's working. Who come up with that stupid idea? Hey, bloody hell, cheap crap, that's all it is. Anyway, I'm waffling on, chatting bubbles. I'll get the other side done, so I'll get my filter up and running. As you can see, look, it's giving tits up. So I'll catch you in a bit. Right, folks, issue with the UV. I'm going to have to get back to you, folks. Where that screws into there's no seal, both ends and both leaking. So I'm going to take it all apart again, put some PTFE tape on it, and then try it again, folks. So I'll get back to you. Okay, folks, thankfully I've now got that up and running. I ain't got it plugged in yet. I've just had to get the water circulating. I'm just flushing the some more water out. That's the board I've had to put on to climb over to get that done. Now, if the company who's making these is watching this video, which I really hope they are, all I can say to you is, first of all, if you look at that there, that little tiny hole at the top there, that's your viewing window. That's your viewing window to see if your bulb's on. As you can see there, that's where I've put it, unfortunately. But there's no reason at all why that couldn't be a complete glass. It's a complete glass inside, but then I've torn a little hole like that for you to view, see if your light bulb's working. Anyway, folks, that's the problem I find with that, just the viewing window. And there's a big glass in both ends, even that one there. So they could have made that a complete circle, a complete viewing window to see UV working. So that's a problem I found out with that. And also these fittings, What an absolute ball ache. Anyway, I suppose they will fit some people's filters. But the company that actually make this, you can see the name on the box there. Why do you make things so hard for people? All you need, there's 2 of them in the box. 3 different diameters there for 3 different hose pipes. All you need is to put another set of 3 fittings, different sizes. I needed 32mm. That's now good to man the beast. Not for me anyway. But in saying all that, folks, to be honest with you, if you look at it, it does look a right good bit of kit. So I'm going to give it a week, see what it's like, see if it does clean the water up, and then I'll do another review on it, folks, and see what it actually does, and see if that stainless steel is actually 35% better. So I'm going to get a plug on it now, guys, get my filter up and running, leave it a week. I'll get back to you with my water and see how it's progressing from there. Well, folks, it's day 1 of the UV. This is the 25th. I'm in the filter house now. I'm going to flush the filter out already, and I'm going to replace. I'll flip you around and show you. Still pea green. I'm going to replace that into there with some of the filter floss. And I'll be honest with you, folks, I'll just span around a little bit. You can see the fish. I really don't know whether it's working much. But it's only been like 15 hours. So I'm going to flush my filter out, put that foam back in with some filter floss, and then I'll check it tomorrow. Hello, folks. What a change in the weather. Bloody hell, it's crazy. Anyway, what can I say? 32 years of having my pond, and I've never been so low about it. This is the day after the new UV. Is it working? I don't really know, folks. I'll flick you around so you can have a look. It's times like this, folks, when you feel like just jacking it all in. I really don't know what to do now for the best, to be honest. Pack it all in, sell it, give it away. That's the way I'm feeling at the moment. The fish, not a care in the world. Here's my big mate Goldie. Look at him. Yeah, he's waiting for his breakfast. I'll get him some and I'll get back to you. Folks, day 3 of the new UV. Just flip you around. See if you can see any difference in him, folks. No fish and swimming around as happy as anything. I'm going to come off this side of the bridge. Here's big Goldie coming round. Oh, them following him. I really can't tell. Anyway, I'm going to clean my filter out again, and then I've got to go over to that one, folks, and see if I can put a fiberglass patch on the inside of that. So I'll catch you in a bit. Well, day 4 with the new UV. Personally, I don't think it's doing anything at all, but you can work the fish out, folks. You can just see them below the surface, and the way I tell that it's clearing up, my pump in the deep end got a white label on it, and you can normally see that, and obviously the bubbles coming from the air stone, and that to me don't seem like it's cleaning up much. But anyway, back into the filter house. I am going to show you that again, folks. Back into the filter house and clean the filters out for the 4th time. Day 5 of the new UV. Is it clearing? Certainly see the fish a little bit deeper. If I go over to the deep end,
can't see because of the reflection, but it looks as green as ever. Back to the filter house, clean the filter house again. Catch you on day 6. Day 6, and as you can see folks, this is the deep end. You can start to see the fish lower down in the water. What a change in the weather again. It's turned cold. It's been pissing down the rain all night. I don't think you can just see that one down there folks, look. But you can actually start to see them. Here they come. So I'll clean the filters out again guys. Here they are, I'm all waiting for some breakfast. Here's Goldie. He's seen me, look. As you can see, day 7. How that's clearing up. It's a ball ache, but it's what you have to do. I've got to sort my problem out with my eye seawery now. Another day I suppose. Got that water coming back in there folks after day 7. That's getting there, right? I'll try getting the backs out and back in the old bottom of the pond. Right guys, day 7. The water's getting a hell of a lot clearer. And now I've got another problem. My eye seawery over there, he's got a sore on the back of his fin. Now the water's still like crystal clear, so I don't really want to stress him out too much. He's Goldie. Let's see if I can try and catch him on camera folks. No, he's gone right over there, boy Goldie. Right behind him. Right by his tail. There he is. I don't think you can see on his fin there folks. I think I'm going to get him out and treat him. Looks like a salt bath. Anyway folks, I'm going to clean the filters out again. See what it's like tomorrow. Hi folks, welcome back to day 8 with a new UV. I'll flick you round. Unfortunately, it's June the 4th. It's absolutely rainy. I'm trying to keep my phone out of the rain folks. I don't know if you can pick that up, but you can actually see the stone at the bottom of the shallow end. I'm moving it over to the deep end now. As you can see the fish clearer. The water clarity is getting absolutely brilliant. There's Goldie. Just about see me pump at the bottom of there, the little white label. You can see the fish deeper down as well. I'm not going to clean the filter out today folks. I'm going to leave the filter for today. I've had to put the aquaflav in as I've got a bit of fin rot on my eye seawery. So I'm going to leave the filter today and probably tomorrow. I've had to turn the UV off after trying to keep the bleeding water clean. After a week, really. But the UV, guys, I've got to be honest with you. It seems to be doing exactly what it says on the tin. I think it was 35% more UV through the stainless steel tube, and you can see the difference from day 1 how thick, proper thick green pea soup it was to how it is today. So massive thumbs up to that really. See what happens tomorrow. Hi folks, as you know I've got a problem with fin rot, so I've just popped over to the aquatic centre here. Really very helpful people. If you're local, pop in and give them a visit. As you can see as well folks, I just put it into the filter with the lid off. It's actually looking clearer in there, which that was really dark green. I'll see if I can try and add before and after on.
Filters cleaned out day 8. Aquaflaving's gone in, and they're eating to the price folks. Another 25 quid. More cost. Even more cost folks to keep in your pond. Absolutely unbelievable folks. I know you're probably thinking like you're fed up now, looking at me doom and gloom. I just want you to know folks, this is really the hard part of keeping koi. So if you're thinking of building a pond, you can actually see what the things you have to get through, and it is heart wrenching folks, and money wise sometimes it's just endless. It is really ridiculous. Anyway, that's me chatting bubbles. I'll catch you on day 9.
Day 10 folks. You can probably just make out the pump right at the bottom. So it is clearing up. You can actually see the fish swimming about as well now. So it is working. I really can't see the pump better. Just about see it. You can actually start to see the bubbles as well off the air stone. But I have been out to do nothing for a few days, because I have been feeling the best folks. And there in the shallow end, look at that lot. And I've got a little platinum alga in there that started skimming. It's very rare I have problems with fluke or anything, to be honest. I've dropped the feed right down because the temperatures have dropped absolutely ridiculous. There's Goldie coming. I'll get back to you folks.
Right then folks, after all the problems I've had with green water, all the chemicals, the stuff for filters and everything else you've watched over my last couple of videos, when I first purchased, I'm going to flick you down and show you, when I first UV, I reached out to the people who make them, if they was watching the video, probably not, about the tiny little peephole on the top there, which was now good to man the beast when it's a full glass inside. But as you can see folks, well actually the top on that side, the bottom on that side, look how that lights up. So you will know 100% if your bulb's on or not. And I've got to say, after all the aggravation I had with green water, that UV is awesome. But I would like to say to the manufacturers, put two sets of different pipe fittings, so people ain't got to go out and spend even more money on more fittings. That's all it needed. But I did say when I unboxed it, it did look a cracking piece of kit. And I've got to be honest with you folks, after just 10 days you've seen the difference in my water, and I've gone to hell and back. Now I never realised that my other UV was cream crackered. I'll turn you back around because you took your right. Right then folks, I never thought that my UV was cream crackered. It's that old, the bulb was on, like everything else, the light's on, nobody in. Anyway, let me just try and put that down a little bit folks. Yeah, the UV is not that old. I think it's only been used for about 2 years. Cost me about 89 quid when I bought it. I had it on the shelf for well over 12 months. I never needed it. I thought my other UV had broke that I'd had for years, and that it was the case. So I never got to use it when I bought it brand new. So it was just a spare I had, so I shoved that in. Like I said, it's been used for about 2 years. The bulb was working fine. So what do? You just naturally think there's nothing wrong with the UV, so then you get down all the other steps of cleaning your filter more often, chemicals, filter floss. You've seen all the things and all the heartache, and trust me, it is really frustrating. I've got other things that's going on as well that's obviously got me down, but this little video now is just a review on that UV. And I've got to be honest with you guys, if you're after a UV, that's a 55 watts as well. That is, it's absolutely brilliant. It's a good quality make. It's supposed to give 35% more UV through the stainless steel reflection, which I do believe that does work. As you've seen, just over 10 days how clear my water has gone, but obviously since then I've had more problems. So if you think this is bad enough, wait till you watch me up and coming videos. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Share this video, you know what to do. Polish me thumb, ring the little bell for notifications from my up and coming videos. You know you want to, folks. Until next time,